Hello, Internet. Let me try that again. Hello, Internet. Hi. Today we're going to be looking at a JavaScript framework that's called Remark. Remark. I'm assuming this is pronounced normally. Not that I pronounce things normally, but anyway, this is a JavaScript framework that lets you turn Markdown into a slideshow presentation. I've never actually used it. I was just kind of looking at other things. Specifically, I was looking at Mermaid a little bit more that we've covered in the past and ended up finding Remark because it happens to support Mermaid in some form. And yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. I kind of want to check it out. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to scroll that back because that was enormous. And so this is Remark. It does all of this fun stuff. If you couldn't tell, I have a HTML page that we're just going to use for testing, and hopefully we can do cool things with it. So the general idea here is we are going to create two things. One, we're going to create just this text area with all of our stuff in it. So this is effectively the slideshow. And then we create a script, which we can actually just use from their CDN. CDN? That doesn't sound right. Pretty sure that's not the acronym. I don't remember acronyms, so we're just going to skip over that. And so then all you have to do is just remark.create, and hopefully that gets you a slideshow. So that's what we're going to try to do. No idea if it's going to work. Never tried it. But hopefully everything goes smoothly. So here is my website. I threw in all the styles that they had just so that we get some extra stuff. You can grab them off the GitHub page. It should just be copy and paste. It'll actually come with the entire thing set up, but I'm going to skip and actually do some of the work. But this is just some Google fonts so that you actually get like the Droid style font that you'd find on like Android or something. They're just web fonts, I believe, so it should just be fine. And then applying the actual fonts. So instead of hello internet, we actually need to do real things. So TextArea, I think they used an ID, which is going to be our slideshow, like so. Done. And then they had two scripts. This isn't how we do the script, but we're going to pretend like it is. There we go. So this will be our slideshow equals remark.create. Pretty sure that's not right. That's fine. We can go and check back really quickly and make sure. And then I need the stuff from the CDN. So here is the script. This is coming off of their CDN. It's just I'm going to feel really bad if that's not the acronym. It doesn't sound right to me, but maybe it's just because I never actually pronounce it. Anyway, this is just their minified version of the script. You can get it off of NPM if you want and deploy it yourself. But if you're just like making this and you just want a slideshow that you can take anywhere, as long as you have internet, this should be fine. If you aren't going to have internet, use the NPM version. Anyway, slideshow equals remark.create. I think we need to name this source, because otherwise I don't think this is going to work. Let's find out. What could go wrong? So let's copy and paste this. And now we have our text area, ID equals slideshow. That does not match what they have. Pretty sure that's going to break. But everything else should be good. Slideshow equals remark.create. Remark.create. We probably don't even need to save the variable, but we'll do that anyway. And now we just need some stuff here. So the way this works is, as far as I can tell, it's a markdown file with some extra stuff. So headers will be used like headers. So if we say my fantastic slideshow, great. So there's our first page. 3 dashes is a new slide. So if you're familiar with like YAML, same thing. And so hopefully we should be able to do other things like slide 1. Let's do some fun stuff. So let's stick a list in here because why not? Item 1 item 2, item 3, and then some more text. Not that kind of text. There we go. And then we'll go to another slide, and this will just be 3 because I can't be bothered to do more. So slide 2, and here we'll just do 1 test, 2 testing, 3 tested. Tenses, yay. So I should be able to save this, go back to Firefox, open this back up, refresh, and that did not work. Pretty sure it didn't work because so it's created this fun little thing. You can actually use this to create notes if you aren't super familiar with this, but you can actually add like notes and stuff to your slides using this framework. And so I think that's what it thinks this is, because this isn't what it's expecting. Let's give it, I think it wanted source. So let's try naming this the source and see what we get. I suspect we'll have more luck. Or it could be something else that I've screwed up. Ta-da! All right, so here's my fantastic slideshow. You can see it's got slide 1 with item 1, 2, and 3, and some text. And then it's got a numbered list as well. So we just created a slideshow in JavaScript and Markdown, which I guess if you don't want to be bothered with like Google Drive or something, or PowerPoint, this works. It's great. It goes everywhere. You can put this in a web page too, I guess. That's new. So you don't actually need this to be anywhere else. It just goes into a web page. You can scroll through it, so I'm using my mouse wheel at the moment. Otherwise, arrow keys or spacebar, it seems. But anyway, there you go. Basic slideshow. We can go a little bit more. We can do a little bit more with this though. So here is all the stuff that they've done. They were just doing, they had a numbered list and then some other fun stuff. You can also give it some styles, it looks like. I've never tried this, so let's see what happens. So if I give it a style here, my understanding is this should center and middle of the, I think it will just do this one slide. If it does them all, that's different, but it should just be one. Let's find out. And so that would center your fantastic slideshow. That gets centered, and then the next one goes back into the upper left. So you can kind of do a per page styling based on that, which is just going to be CSS stuff. Kind of weird that it doesn't actually expect anything else. So I'm not really sure how that works. To be completely honest, I don't know how this is figuring out what maps to what. Like if I wanted to give it a different name or a different color, like red, just a random red color, I have no idea what this would actually cause to happen. Apparently nothing. So that's great, I guess. But at least you can change the location of the fonts. All the stuff up here is actually changing the font color. So like H1, H2, and H3 are just headers, right? So if I actually wanted all my headers to be red, we were trying that out before. So let's just C8 00000, and we get red. And so if I refresh this now, all of the headers from all of my slides should be red, and they are. I probably could have picked a red that's a little bit more standouty than this one, but you get the idea. Now we have red headers, and so all of your CSS is maps here, which probably means you could embed like really crazy like graphs and stuff. Like you could probably stick D3 inside of this presentation if you wanted to. I'm not entirely sure how that would work because it's Markdown, but I have a feeling you could figure out a way to do that, and that's terrifying. Also very cool. I may have to try that in another video. Just kind of thinking about things you could do with this. I do want to figure out how to do notes though. So we are going to go to their wiki because I don't see anything on here about notes. And so let's do slide properties, templates, layouts, syntax highlighting, configuration, slide notes. Comments, question marks. So if we want notes, let's say I want slide 1 to have some notes. Talk about some important stuff. Because that's usually what you want people to do during a presentation, is talk about important stuff. So if I refresh this now, where are the notes? They're not here, but they're clearly not anywhere. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna have to check the documentation on that. So let's see here. What does this say? Slide notes. A line containing 3 question marks that represents a separator of content and notes on the slide. Great, but where do they go? I feel like that's sort of the important thing. You can do comments like normal HTML comments, and that just works. Oh, okay. So in this case, class isn't taking center and middle and saying center this and put this in the middle. So center is horizontal alignment, middle is vertical alignment. That's what I thought that meant. That's not what that means. Those are classes, which means I can actually, if I only want the title screen to have this color, we can get rid of that and do, let's create a new class name and we'll just call it, good name, title slide. Sure. And this is going to need just a color like so. And so instead of everything being red, if I do that with a title slide, theoretically, the title slide now has a red title and this one has a black title. So that's how that works. Okay, cool. We're figuring something out. Still don't understand the notes. The notes don't seem to do what I thought they would do. Looks like you can use background images. So CSS background images will be applied as background images for the slide, which means you can just use those and then get a nice background image. But I'm not seeing anything else about actually reading your notes. So normally you would see, do I need to be in presentation mode? That might do it. There it is. Cool. So yeah, you can see everything that I can see. I'm not covering up anything with my face, but here's presentation mode. So this way we can see everything. So I get the notes for my current slide and for my next slide. There's nothing there. So this one's just empty. And then we can navigate like we normally would. So here I'm on my main page, but I can see the notes for the next page. I don't know. I think this is actually pretty cool for what we're doing. It means that you can write an entire presentation in text form using just CSS and like all of that normal stuff. And then it just works. That's actually really cool. So I don't have much else to say, but that I can see myself using this. I haven't, obviously, because this is the first time I've seen it. But this is actually something that I'd be like, oh yeah, I could use this. I think I'll leave it here. There's a lot more here that I need to dig into, but I'm not gonna do that here because we'd be here for hours. So that's probably not the best use of anybody's time. So yeah, if you guys have played with this and know of things that I should check out, or if you start playing with it and are finding cool things, shout those out in the comments so that I can take a look. because I'm sure there's going to be things that I'm either going to overlook or not think of. And yeah, I think this is pretty useful. So yeah, hopefully you guys think this is as cool as I am, because I think it's actually pretty neat. So that's it for this video. I think I'll leave it here, but I'll see you guys in the next one. So till then, see you, internet.